Hello, Aries. Sorry to come out so loud. Okay, I have to hold it down. Hello, Aries. This is your 48-hour reading for August 10th through August 11th. All right. This is for all Aries. Okay, so whether you're Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries, it doesn't matter what your placement is. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I hope that it resonates with you and it provides you with messages that you need. So let's get straight into it. All right, what is the theme for Aries in the next 48 hours, August 10th through August 11th? Too many. Jumper. What is the theme for Aries in the next 48 hours, August 10th through August 11th? Three of Cups in reverse. What is the high point for Aries? The Tower in reverse. What is a low point for Aries? I'm going with that. The Fool. What is a lesson for Aries to learn? The Nine of Swords. Where should Aries focus their energy? Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, Aries, so we have the Three of Cups in our first position, the Tower in reverse second, the Fool in reverse in our third position, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Cups in reverse for our fifth position and what Aries should focus on. So let me tell you a little bit of what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking here that you are you're in a hard place right now, Aries. I think this may not resonate with everybody, and if it doesn't resonate with you now, it might have in the past, or yeah, I don't know. There might just be like this feeling that's just kind of like a bug, not like a bug like sick, but it just might be a feeling that's kind of going over Aries. Certain placements, possibly, depending on where our moon is and all that. So you're just feeling like you don't really want to socialize with anyone. You're feeling like you want to go at everything alone right now. You know, there's so many things. There might be, so like if this card is upright, it just means party, celebration, spending lots of time with friends. You don't want to do any of that, okay? And you might not want to do any of that because you are just too busy, okay? You might just feel like you're too busy for any of that. So this Tower in reverse is kind of like our high point, right? I think what you're doing is you might want to be in isolation because you are trying to wipe the slate clean. You're like, look, or maybe there's some change going on. I know August, people go back to school. If you're in school, maybe even there are, okay, let me change that. Maybe our schedules change a little bit, right? So like we're maybe in the summer months, more family is around. There's more things to do. People are around, like younger kids who aren't in school, whether you have like, or young adults who are back home from college. There's just, and maybe the adjustment of those things requires some change, right? I know for me, like I work, and when I work in August is the time that I go back to school, and I always feel like it takes me time to adjust. And I also feel like, okay, summer's over. I don't have the flexibility and the free time anymore. And honestly, I'm over it. Or sometimes, you know, maybe you went out and you're just like, look, maybe you just don't have a lot of faith in people right now, and that's okay too, because our world is changing and people's attitudes out there are just kind of nasty sometimes, and it's so unfortunate to go out into the world and experience that, and I'm so sorry, but I know that I'm just noticing that more and more people are feeling that way, that people are not showing their best selves, and that makes you want to like retreat and isolate. It really does. So if that, sorry my camera keeps moving, but if that resonates with you, totally tell me about that in the comments below, because right now, Aries, you are just really want to be alone, okay? And I think you want to just have a clean slate. You're like, look, I know what to do now. I'm trying to avoid all situations. Okay, you're trying to avoid the disaster from happening, and you know you're kind of afraid. All right. Of anything else happening, so you're just like, look, I'm just going to be really cautious. Okay, but just know that what you're feeling is because of fear. Okay, you're afraid that the worst could happen. All right, and so this is not saying that something's gonna happen. It's just saying you're trying to what am I trying to say? Okay, so there's a couple different ways I guess I could say this, but you now know from past experiences what something could be like, and you're trying to avoid some negative things from happening, right? Because maybe in the past some truths have been revealed. You're like, oh, this isn't all unicorns and rainbows, all right? And so you're like, look, I know it's not. I'm gonna protect myself, and I'm just gonna try to avoid any disasters. And sometimes that's not something you can do, okay? And let me go over here. And so you're just kind of, the Fool in reverse makes you want to be more aware of everything. It makes you want to be more cautious. You might not want to make bad choices, okay? So you're, with this card and this card, I feel like you're like, look, I'm not going to do anything to kind of, you're trying to avoid disaster here. And this Fool here might say you very well might make a bad decision, all right? Or you might make a careless one, all right? And so you're just like, look, I don't want to deal with any of it. I'm just going to retreat. I'm going to be by myself. And honestly, this is all because of, this is the fear card. This is anxiety, all right? You like don't trust anything, all right? Something is bothering you, Aries. Somebody hurt you. Somebody hurt your feelings, and you're not having it. You're like, I need time, I need space. I don't want to mess with anybody. I don't want to go to any parties. I don't want to be disappointed again. Oh, I think that's what this is. I think it's severe disappointment. Something seriously disappointed you. Or something might, I don't know. I hope. Okay. All right, something is on your mind. It's causing you fear. It's causing you anxiety. It disappointed you. It's keeping you up at night. Okay, it's weighing you down. All right. And something to think about is also, don't stop yourself before you even start. Okay, because you're gonna tell a lot of people no. No, I don't want to go out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do any, I want to stay at home. I'm going to, no, thank you. And it's because something happened, or it's because you're afraid something is going to happen. I don't know what that is. I'm not getting any messages about what that is. But if you have an idea, I want you to go with that, okay? Because that means that it's resonating with you. If you're like, no, nothing, then, okay, this reading may not be for you. But something's keeping, if you're like up at night and you're just like want to keep to yourself, you just wish you want to like start over again in life right now, then just know that I understand. Okay, Spirit says I understand. All right. I know, no one cares that I understand, but I do. But I'm saying Spirit is saying also that you understand. They understand. And they know you're feeling that you just want out right now. You don't want to deal with this. They know you're feeling uninspired. They know you're feeling disappointed. They know you're reluctant to open up your heart. They know you're reluctant to express any of your feelings. But the one thing it's saying that you cannot do is those people who are checking in on you, don't shut them out completely, okay? You can tell them, you can communicate with them in a positive way, and you can say, hey, you can say, hey, I need a moment. I'm not feeling my best right now. I, need some time alone. I'm okay. If I don't get okay, if something happens where I think I need help, then I will reach out to you and thank you so much for being there, okay? But don't, just set that boundary and let them know you're not in a good place right now. I'm sorry, I can't be there to celebrate with you, or I can't be there to, in your one of your better moments in life, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to be on the same page all the time, but you need to tell them what's going on at least a little bit, or tell them that you need space, because you don't want to shut those people out. All right, and that is the only advice I really actually have for Aries right now, because it sounds like if you're going through a time, you just need to ride this one out, okay? I know you're not feeling well, but just know that nothing, it lasts forever, and that if what you need is to kind of sulk for a little bit, then you do that, okay? Because, I don't know. So my mother is an Aries. And that's another reason why, that's one of the main reasons why I started this channel, Very, Very Aries. My mom is an Aries. I'm an Aries. And she's the one who introduced me to tarot. She's the one who taught me tarot. She's the one who bought me this deck. This is my very first deck. And this is what she got me, okay? And this is kind of like really how we bonded over the learning and the exploration of metaphysical stuff. So one thing she used to always tell me, when I was a teenager, is basically when I was going through something difficult and I just would shut down sometimes, and I just wanted to lock myself in the room. I wanted to be alone, and I didn't want to get up out of bed. And I was but I was very okay with doing that. But I wouldn't want to do it long. She knew eventually she would tell me, she was like, yeah, you can be sad. Okay, I'm gonna let you be sad. She's kind of tough a little bit when it comes to emotions. But she was like, you can be sad for one day, maybe two. But after that, you gotta move on and keep going. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Let me be sad, let me sulk for 2 days. Let me not force myself to be part of events and things like that. Because, you don't have to always. It's okay to take a break, And we had a clear communication. We had a clear understanding. And that's what it was. And honestly, after 2 days, that's what I gave myself that time. And I did what I needed to do in that time. I was okay. And if Aries, if that's what you need to do too, go do it. Okay, because I know this card is a rough one to get. This one is one of my least favorite in the deck. Sorry, Nine of Swords. But I totally resonate with this because swords obviously is mentality and stuff like that. And, she's sitting in the bed. She's like, oh my gosh, she looks cold. Maybe she's cold, or maybe she just looks super worried and she looks sad. But if you notice, all those swords are hanging above her, but none of them are actually touching her. So that to me always symbolizes that our anxiety and our fears are kind of made up from ourselves and are stemmed from something deeper down, of fear deep down. So it's kind of just, what is it? And if you need to feel it and let it come and let it pass, then that's what you need to do. But again, if any advice, Spirit says that you should, tell the ones that matter to you that you, okay, just tell them once and communicate with them, and don't shut people out, okay? Because Just don't shut people out. Okay. All right, Aries. I hope that helps. And I hope to see you feeling better in the next 48-hour video. Bye.